As always, I just show up. I was really wide open about how the space goes. We create it together. I just came off just an extraordinary co-creation with some beautiful souls on Denise's Light Language Garden, and it's just such a joy in my heart and such a reminder of, for me, why I'm here, of the dance of co-creation, true co-creation in the moment, not knowing. We just, all of us are present. We bring who we are. We are wide open to this now, to what's evolving right here. So, gosh, we're in so much unknown on every level, personally, in our families, in our work, in our communities, and our planet. And we have choices. We always have choices, but our choices are more evident than ever, that we get to choose what's authentic or we suffer. Hi, Kathleen. Welcome. Bennett, Tina, hi, everyone. So, yeah, the theme for today was about courage. Courage, as Osho says, courage is a love affair with the unknown. And for me, this life is a love affair. And as we all know, love affairs aren't always hearts and roses and moonlit walks. They're messy. They're bloody and they're messy and brilliant and beautiful and vulnerable and passionate and stale and confusing. And we're in all of this. We're in all of this. There's such a purging, there's such a releasing going on right into our cellular beings, into and through our bodies and the lower centers, that is really bringing up our shit, bringing up our darkness, our buried places, our deep, deep, heavy pain. I'm certainly feeling it. I know some of us are. And when I say these things, I'm not at all speaking generally, because we all have our unique perspective and experience. And as I've said before, if there's anything that this great shaking awake is doing, it's calling us to our own authenticity, calling us to our own truth. And that's terrifying for the ego that's been running the show. And it calls for courage, the courage of our souls and our hearts. I believe that our hearts and our souls have access to unlimited resources of courage, of love. That's who we are. The mind will come up against edges again and again. Our egoic structures will come up against edges again and again. Not because we've reached our limit, but because we are stretching and popping and breaking through into the next incarnation, into the next expression of divinity, of God. We are all this. I'm from Scotland, and in Scotland, the programming, amongst other things, is to play small, not to stick your head above the parapet, to go along. And we all have our own version, our own programming that has been created for us to fit in with the norm. And what's normal? What's normal? Right, it's changing before our eyes. You know, the world is walking about with masks on and not touching each other. Is that normal? So the point I'm making is that we all have our programming about smallness, about fear. And the gift of life is that it will bring us to the unknown. It will bring us to the uncharted as much as we allow, again and again. And this is where we get to look and find the courage that is available for us, the love that is available, that we are, that moves us. It is love moving everything. All the ideas, and many of the ideas that we've held on to about what is known, come from programming, come from the ego's very understandable and respectable nature to keep us safe. Okay, this is how things are. This is how we are. This is how you are. This is how things work. We have to have some of this to be able to interrelate as organisms in bodies, as spirit. But understanding it, seeing it, questioning again and again is what frees us. Natasha, I see you. I hear you. Krista, I'm glad you're not just going along. Yeah. Isn't that the beauty of what's happening just now, is that it's more or less impossible, certainly very, very difficult, to just roll along business as normal, business as usual. And there are those that are continuing to and longing to get back to something that doesn't exist anymore, is gone. And they will perhaps no more suffering until there's the next layer of letting go. And we all have our own version of it, of how we're being stripped and challenged and loved and uplifted and encouraged and adored. So everything I'm saying to my own self, to you as me, to us. Whenever you're here, whenever you are part of this exchange, because it is an exchange. And I love to be in a space of fertilizing and co-creation together. Because even though I'm the one that's speaking, we're all speaking to each other energetically and exchanging what we carry, our codes, our keys, our frequencies. And when we show up here, in the new, in this now, in the not knowing, we show up bravely and nakedly and honestly. This is the miracle. This is freedom. This is how we evolve and create, each of us individually and as a species. Oh, I'm just feeling what wants to come. If there's any more to be said, or whether maybe we'll drop into more of a meditation. If anybody has anything that's moving that you want to express or ask or invite, I'll check the comments, just write in the comments. Thank you for being here. I value your energy and presence. I value not only your witnessing, but your expansion and reflection, as I was just saying, how we literally echo off each other and expand. All of us, again in our own ways, are meeting places of, I want to say, desperation. For some, it can be quite, I was going to say superficial, if you can have superficial desperation, but it may be about circumstance, right? Circumstance of our how we earn money, which is not necessarily superficial, but it may be a circumstance in our day-to-day. For some of us, it's dropping much, much more deeply into the primal burning and pain and grief. And this happens as we excavate ourselves, as we excavate our capacity to embody what we are, which we can call love, we can call awareness, truth. But what this is that has many words and no words is, well, it's not even true to say it is courage, because it's beyond courage. But there is no fear. Fear is consumed and comes home in this that we are. And these are just words, so I want to just take a moment to drop a little bit more into silence or a quieter space, to invite each of us to turn our focus and our gaze inwards, literally turning our gaze inwards into the intricacies and the wonder of the body, the whole energetic system, the soma, the universe that we are. Yeah. And maybe you feel this shift in the field. It's palpable. Don't grasp on anything. Don't grasp on any landing of, this is it, of what is being felt. Just keep falling. Falling and flying. Dropping into the inner, which is the outer, which is everything and nothing, which is before, in and through. every terror, every fear, every despair, every wonder, every lostness is this finding, this knowing. And there is no one knowing, there's no identity, there's no person. These are words, these are sounds, just echoing in air, speaking to that which all know, all are. No one and nothing can be excluded, no experience. No creation, no individual. And to the person, and to the places that are still clinging to person as the lifeboat, as the identity. Fear rises, maybe. Terror, maybe. All that cannot be known by that, by the mind, by the ego, by the personality it cannot know. We cannot come to what we can call God with the mind. The mind can be brought. Let us be here, just gifting yourself a few minutes. A few minutes of bathing in wholeness. Letting all parts be soothed and adored and comforted by presence. Let breath happen. Let breath deepen as presence is here, as love is here. Just going to speak a little light language, just to bring through some frequencies. Stay quiet, stay here, which is nowhere, where there is no holding. Matai mo koe chena mara ai ke me e o ta e ke minatari mo okay ina da yema aka a yenata yema o ina da ya a aka e yana atu e tara yema o ka e te hai ma o ina ai na aka ata chemo o nara yana takata yemo o da ya akai. Okay, so take an in breath from the very base of the belly up to the heart space and release. And again, base of the belly up to the heart space, releasing out. And you can continue if that feels good. And then let the whole body be the breath, be the wave of life. Filling your whole body, feeling your whole body, inhabiting your whole body. Inhabiting this moment of mystery and wonder and not knowing. Celebrate our capacities, our passion, our courage, our aliveness, our care, the love that is available. Can we celebrate also? Okay, I'm going to wind towards a close in a moment, unless anybody has anything that they want to share, ask, or reflect. A couple of people can't hear me. Can anybody else hear me? Please let me know. Maybe I've been talking to myself. I hope people have been able to hear. Let me know if anybody can hear you. Let me know, please. Okay, I will discover. Well, hopefully people have been able to hear, but certainly I've felt you and appreciated you, and thank you really deeply for your presence. Kathleen can hear. Well, that's good. Greg can hear. Okay, so Jan and Zara, I'm not sure why you're having issues with your volume at your end. Thank you. Thank you for hearing me, literally. Wow. Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for being here. It's an absolute blessing. And as you know, I'll pop back up when I'm guided to. I hope this has been of some value. You're so welcome to utilise anything that I have on YouTube, some of the meditations, and I will get some more on there. And stay strong in what's true. And by strong, I mean stay in this, stay in the not knowing, stay in the softening and opening, right? The non-attachment. Often we associate strong with holding on, and our strength is letting go and also staying focused. It's like the dance of the feminine and the masculine. Letting go, surrendering, flowing, but staying really clear and focused about what we know in this place, of this wordless place, and how we're choosing to live as this, and how we're choosing to live true and authentically and as love, step by step, every day. Thank you all. I love you. I love you. Thank you. See you soon, I hope.